Hi folks, first and foremost a very happy new year 2023 to each and every one of you. Hope you're able to go ahead and fulfill all your wishes with respect to this year. And for most of y'all who are watching this video, those wishes would be aligned around getting into one of the top B schools of the country. So in relation to that, let's quickly move on to the news at hand. So, a few days back, I took a session on 10 days to XAT, and I remember stating that there was this additional 20 minutes mentioned in the admit card, but in the sample paper, they still gave the breakup as part A 165 minutes and part B of 25 minutes, making it 190 minutes. So where does this 20 additional minute go? I was thinking that, there is a high chance that it's just a buffer time limit that has been added, or in case there is this additional time, it might be spread across the two parts. And that's exactly what has happened. XAT has gone ahead, or rather XLRI has gone ahead and released an official notification stating that these additional 20 minutes would be bifurcated as follows. First and foremost, part A, which was earlier 165 minutes for 75 questions, is now going to go ahead and become 175 minutes for 76 questions. So 10 more minutes for one additional question, and that one additional question comes under DM. So DM moves from 21 to 22. That's change number one. Works in your favor, right? 10 additional minutes, just one more question, more time to go ahead and do well. So it's actually a positive move. The second thing is they are giving 5 minutes buffer time for, what they are calling a keyboard and mouse test. That will predominantly be probably part A, the keyboard won't work. Part B, since it's an essay and you need to type, keyboard will work. So they want to give you 5 minutes to ensure that the keyboard is functioning properly. Then, when you move to the next part, which is part B, which consists of GK 25 questions and essay, in that additional 5 minutes have been added. So instead of 25 minutes, it's going to be 30 minutes, making it 175 plus 5 plus 30, making it 210 minutes, 3.5 hours. So 25 questions of GK continue as before. In essay now they're giving you 3 choices. Choose one of them up to 300 words that you have to write, and they've used the word argument. So it's probably going to be an essay where your analysis and an argument to a particular statement or a particular opinion is going to be asked. So that's predominantly the changes. My take and the BYJU'S Exam Prep take is that this change doesn't impact you in any which way. Whatever little impact is there is a positive impact. It gives you a little bit more time. In part A, 10 more minutes, just one additional question. But the fact that it's 22 in DM means there are going to be some changes. Last 2 to 3 years, we've seen 7 sets, 3 questions each. It can't be 7 into 3 now. So is there a probability that it will be one set with 4 questions, or is there going to be a singlet, or is there a probability that they go ahead and give one LR set? Now, I doubt it will be LR. Section is still called decision making, so that won't happen. So probably one set with 4 questions, or probably a couple of sets where the number of questions won't be 3, but it will be 2 each or something like that. So some changes there is something that you might go ahead and observe. So that's about it. Overall, your strategy shouldn't change at all. Please go ahead and attempt the paper in exactly the same way. So for my area of strength, now I consider area of strength either as verbal or as quant. Generally, DM is not an area of strength for people, so I'm not considering that. So let's give you one example. Say quant is an area of strength. Once again, I would go ahead and give myself about 75 minutes. Verbal, which is not an area of strength, give about 45 minutes. That's 120 minutes. 40 minutes to DM, you can make it 45 as well. That's about 160, 165 minutes. The buffer time of 10 to 15 minutes, you can go ahead and put it anywhere that you wish. Wherever you feel you can go ahead and get another 2-3 questions correct. That's the way that I would approach it. It will flip if your area of strength becomes verbal rather than quant. That's about it. In part 2, please ensure, while it's not really considered when it comes to XLRI shortlist and interviews and stuff, still ensure non-zero marks in GK. All C's also work, right? Probability of success, you'll get at least 2-3 right, if not 1/4 or 1/5 of them, right? And in the essay, please don't write submit an empty essay. Go ahead, make your statements, keep it in a simple format. I generally talk about the pestle approach: political, economic, social, technological, environmental, legal. Use that to go ahead and have 2 specific pointers that you pick up, both the pointers in 2 paragraphs, 1 paragraph before that for introduction, 1 paragraph for conclusion. Write it in 4 paragraphs and you're done. With each of the pointer, if you can give an example, even better. So that's about it. Nothing really changes. All that has happened is you have just been given slightly more time on an average per question in section A. Just works in your favor. That's about it. All the very best from all of us at BYJU'S Exam Prep. Do very well in XAT 2023.